Alright, so peace. I did me a blog and shit. Oh, this is my blog today, my bad. I'm headed to the gym tonight, man. I gotta get it in and shit. So the thing about it is, well, today is it was a blog that I was watching, and it was talking about bachelors being pathetic. And this is my thing, man. I'm kind of tired of this society being, I guess you call it, that's steadily mind, do as thou will, to just do what the fuck you want to do, but still people having people in place to do shame and tactics and shit. See, the social media the social media era that made it where everybody got a fucking opinion. And really, a lot of these people really shouldn't even have no opinion. They need to just sit down, go on somewhere and fix their life, and look in the mirror and get shit accomplished. But everybody got an opinion for their failure. And I'm making that, like I said before, that's the problem with social media. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody always speaking on people living their life. See, I don't got no horse in this race. I don't give a fuck. I had an argument with my chick. I was like, I said I hate black women. Nah, I don't give a fuck about black women. I don't give a fuck about none of these bras. Because none of these bras give a fuck about the black man in general. Like, they care. You will say they care, but the thing about it, when it comes to caring about somebody, it's not submission. And I didn't understand that. This is something I wish I knew when I was young. Even though I'm still a young man, I'm 40. I'm relatively young. But my understanding is deeper. But there's no submission. So yeah, of course you care. But it's just so, but the thing about it is, man, and to go back to it, most of these females fuck 20% of the population. All these bras get to enjoy their life. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and the game ain't really that deep with a lot of these women, man. It's not that deep, man. They have those dudes that's in the back burner, in the cut, that's an orbiter, and then they go and have their fun. They creep off and shit. Ain't no virgins out here. Most of these bras is out here doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? And participate in all kind of stuff. Before it's said and done, they participate in whatever they want to do, and they enjoy their life the same way these white folks do and everything else. So all these people enjoy themselves. They do what they do. Ain't nobody sitting here getting married at 17 and living some, you know what I'm saying, some 50-year marriage, man. The divorce rate is like damn near 60-something plus percent. A lot of these people, they get married and divorced. It's just pretty much just it's a rite of passage in this luciferian bullshit. It's just, you supposed to get married so you can fail, and then hey, you can say that you did it and you tried. So somebody can take your resources, especially if you're a man. That's why they get so upset if you're a person who's a bachelor and never got married. It doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you being successful. It's just something that you're supposed to do, you know. And that's the thing and stuff. And let me line up everything. And like the lady was saying on the blog, that it's pathetic that men, it's pathetic that men get older bachelors. And I'm like, hold up, man. It's pathetic that you bras at your age still can't find no man. All y'all, shit, that everybody should be knocking the door down. Nah, man, nobody really fuck with you like that. Y'all are already somebody's wife, but you don't get it because most of these females is already some man's wife. You know what I'm saying? You're just not married to the state. And that's you know what I'm saying? That's simple and plain. So just leave people alone. If the people want to go overseas or go do what they do, if they want to be a player, let people be a player. Females get to do what they do. If a woman decides they want to be single or focus on their career, nobody shames these people. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that kills me, man. And like when it comes to a lot of these females, and I go back to it, it's about submission. they never gonna submit. So I don't owe a female shit. If I decide I want to be married, I'll be married. But I got a plan in my head of how I'm gonna move. But I already know what I want to do in my life, so I don't give a fuck about the outside opinion. But let me tell you something. How the black female particularly does not look at the man in that manner. Like yo, it's been many times in my life where I told a woman, hey, I don't eat shrimp, crab, or lobster. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I decide to dibble and dabble, as the man, I'm supposed I can dibble and dabble. But a woman offering me that shit is like blasphemous. Last night I got offered it. You know what I'm saying? And they wonder why it'll never be no marriage. Just things like that. Even with my family. I sit home, I'm sitting here I had to come over to Utah. I would try to come over here to Utah. And go to CR England for my trucking school, but I missed the bus. And I I lost my slot. So I had to come back to Virginia. I'm going to Royal or whatever on March the 6th to get it started. I'm almost certain everything pretty much ready to roll. So I'm going to Royal on March the 6th. But I would have stayed in Venice and just relaxed with my family, but they bitched me to death. You know what I'm saying? Because see, with the woman always gotta exercise their authority in some way, shape, or form. They can't just relax in the moment and serve a man. They have to say something. They always got to say, well, I'm doing this. No, man, that's what you're supposed to do. If you don't want to do it, then bitch, don't do it. That's the thing at the end of the day. And I'm generally tired. But that's why I know when I was naive, I got married. This is the thing. If I knew what I knew now, either I'd have got married at a younger age and just knew what time it was, or I just would have did what I'm doing now, which I've never been married in my life. I plan on being married as soon. If something goes through, it was a promise that I made, and I'll do it. But that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But I already know what I want to do in my life. And like I said, like me and my chick said she an alpha female. I'm like, all right, that's cool that you an alpha female, but you can't pay for my life for you to be telling for you to really have any dominion over my life. You can be alpha in your own, in this luciferian shit anyway, because this is the thing. You the alpha over the black man anyway. It's the black woman, the child, and the man. So you both, all the motherfuckers is alpha. If you want to be that shit, but in terms of my life, outside of Babylon, you can't afford it unless you can pretty much pay for my life, my living expenses, where I can sit at home all day and make music or make podcasts and things like that and fool around. You can't pay for me in this life and set up my publishing company and things like that. But I don't really, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to work anyway as a man, but you can't afford that. You can't afford for me to live the way that I'm living now and able to move around freely. Then you can't afford me. But you can be you an alpha female regardless. Shit. But I mean that's just what it is. But man, like I said, I'm generally tired. I'm tired of these men. Like a lot of times, a lot of these men, be it white or black, because they all, man, to me personally, it's no different between, like, yo, it's the powers to be. It's the elite whites, and then you got the whites that's down here. Just, you know, the whites is right with us. They ain't nothing. They just pretty much they buffer class white. That's the better word. They no different. The black man and the buffer class white man, they really pretty much two peas in the pod, and they try to shame you in similar manners and shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't falling in line with you know what I'm saying, worshiping these broads all day. And that's just what it is, man. You get dudes who, what's another situation? it was this dude I did music with. I met this bro, his dude's wife or whatever her situation is. I did a video, and when I did the video, the bro didn't even acknowledge me. She was real like off putting, which I don't give a fuck about the female like that, but like, you know, these are type of females. And then I guess, you know, when I talked to him, every word was my wife this and my wife that, just overemphasized in this shit. But you know, that's how it is, because you know, with these people, it's some badge of honor to be married in this luciferian shit. You know what I'm saying? It's cool that you're doing what you're supposed to do for you and yours, but to tell them to one up the next man, allegedly, I don't quite understand. But see, I can read through a lot of shit that people say or do. That's a gift of mine. And it ain't really about overthinking. It's really not that hard. It's not really that difficult to think. Not really too much difficulty in it. You know what I'm saying? Most people, man, I learned the self-esteem of a lot of people ain't really as high as you think. So every time you're around somebody, they have to have some form of leverage. They can't just be comfortable in the moment. So, you know, they have to have something over you. They have to lord something over you to make you feel some kind of way. It's a very, very odd thing, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to touch, man, on that stuff. It was a female talking about bachelorism and all of that. Man, just do your thing, man, because these motherfuckers been doing their thing for the longest, man. But I get it, because in this society, everything is backwards. So, you know, everything is backwards. Once you realize that, you know, all it is just everything in reverse. The female can pretty much do to the man what really is supposed to be the opposite way in the scripture. That's pretty much it.